Aloha! Wonderful job today. Let's make sure that we are in tune. Here's our low E. And remember, when we do this, getting close to being in tune is great for our own instrument. Only do we need to be in tune when we're playing with other people. I don't know if you have a rotary telephone. If you don't know what that is, ask your mom. Anywho, it used to be a phone with a cord you put inside the house. Long story short, it had a tone inside of it, and lo and behold, it was in 440A. So when you heard, that was the tone you would hear on the phone. I would always tune my guitar from that. Those are no longer around, so what I've done is I've just learned that boom is my note, and I memorize where it is in my head. So I have relative pitch, not perfect pitch, but I get very close. So I'd like to encourage you to do the same. I don't know if singing is your thing or your forte, but if you try and hum along, it becomes easier. Also, you internalize the notes and you become one with your instrument, no matter what it is. So when we play our first finger, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, these are our spider exercises. We're just trying to get a little bit of finger mobility up and down the fretboard like so. When we do that, we want to go down with our pick and then up with our pick. These exhibit that we can go down, 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 up, 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 down, 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 up, 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 down, 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 up, 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 down, 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 up, 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 and then switch to the next fret and do the same thing. Down, 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 up, 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 up. Or alternate down, up, or down, down, up, down, down, up. Doesn't matter what your right hand does because this just affects the way that we play tempo. The point of this is in the future, if we have like a E major chord to a A major chord to an E major chord, we might have like, or we might have, it's all the same thing. We're just choosing when we want to actually strum and play those notes. So when we're doing our exercises, excuse me, I had a little kombucha. When we do our exercises, we're going to go past our fourth and play the fifth with our pinky on that low E string. And that will give us our A note or our A string right above, onto which we tune to. So the open fifth string will have the same tone as the sixth string being played at the fifth. When we play the A, the fifth, at the fifth, we get a D note, which is the same as the fourth string open. Same happens with the D at the fifth, we get a G open. But at G, we go 1, 2, 3, 4, perfect spider, and we get a B. I need to come up with something funny like that can help others remember. But here's how I remember. B, this G note, 1, 2, 3, 4, is the only one that does that. You don't have to do an extension to hit the note. That fourth note is the B right above. And then revert back to the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for that high E note. After doing that, when you play an E, you should be somewhere close. I do know that the guitar you're playing on has a little bit of an intonation issue. Shouldn't be an issue for what we're doing, but eventually, if you're digging this, I think that we should do a tune-up on that guitar, or maybe look at something that is personalized for you within a price range or a budget that you dig. Other than that, music should be fun, and the instrument you play should be a representation of the music you like and the person you are. Mine is very dull and boring. I'm broke. I just have never had any money to buy another instrument. I'm perfectly sufficient on playing on something, and this has a little bit of sentimental value since I've had it over 30 years. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. These establish minor seconds. When I go from first fret to third fret, I generally don't go from first finger to second finger. I go 1 to 3. Why? My fingers are already used to doing that. So 1, 3, 2, 4. 1, 3, 2, 4, 1, 3, 2, 4, 1, 3, 2, 4, 1, 3, 2, 4, 1, 3, 2, 4. Those also are mechanisms for spider exercises. These by no means will ever be ceased. I still do these when I'm warming up. I'll do like a 1, 3, 2, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 3, 2, 4, 4, 3, 2, 1, 1, 3, 2, 2, 3, 4. And in my brain, I know what those are. It helps me to establish muscle memory, and I use that kind of nonsense when I'm trying to find awesome notes to play while soloing. What I'd like you to see is this is all based off of one standard conception. These chords, like the one you know, the E major, the E minor, when we play those with different fingerings, like a second set of fingerings, using the pinky, not using the pinky, using the pinky, not using the pinky, we can then take that same shape, move it anywhere on the fretboard, plop it down, and then make a B-A-R-R-E bar chord. So when I play this B major up top here, B, B, flat, A flat, G flat, F, E major. It's based off the same chord that we used earlier. It's just moved. So essentially, playing the instrument of A and then moving up to a B flat is a concept of understanding what A major is. Today's chord, A minor, and its alternate chord, D major, are representations of things we will learn how to shift and play up the fretboard. So, a lot of the stuff we're going to be doing relies on having a little bit of rhythm, not being afraid to make some noise with this, and then having a little bit more muscle memory, being able to move our fingers from individual frets and actually have a note come out when we play it. So if we hit a random string, might not sound great, but we're not jumping around. All of the notes that we're playing are within these 4 frettings. And the finger that is over the fret is where you generally play this. So my first finger is going to play all those notes, second, third, fourth. I won't jump around on those 4 and play with different fingers. They all stay local, which is why we learn it 1 through 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. When we go through the process of hearing that an octave is nothing more than going from open to 12, it makes sense that 1 to 13 would also be the same kind of octave. Cool, so we work on that kind of stuff. The board work that we did today discussing how a triad works and then how to manipulate that triad to get a sus note, or a major or a minor sixth, a major or a minor seventh. These are things that we just look at as being chords. Once we learn how to play the E major and we're all great with this one, we'll say, hey, take out that middle finger or the third finger. And it becomes an E7. If we played a D major and I took off that middle finger, it would become a D sus2. Or if I kept it on and then put the pinky down on top of the G right above my other finger, it becomes a D sus4. What we do is we learn that all chords are made out of triads. When we put any other note that isn't one of those 3 notes inside of the triad, we get a chord that has a function, like an E major 7. It's an E major, and then it has a D on it. Why is it called an E major 7? Because in the key of E, we've got E, F sharp, G sharp, A, B, C sharp, D sharp, E. If I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, my 7th note of that whole blah, blah, blah would have been D sharp. I know that I can't have a D sharp because that's a major 7th. And for me to have a D7, I can't have a D major 7. I need a D dominant 7. The reason why I don't say dominant 7 is just wordy. So I just say D7. But I know that that D7 has an F, not an F sharp. We talk about why those things are. And this is the really super explanatory type of lesson that we're doing here. Quite literally, we could get together each week. I could show you how to play A, I could show you how to play G and D, and we could be like... I can show you how to do those with a little bit of rhythm, but when we explain the basis of what music is, it really makes all this a lot more enjoyable. Also, it shows the practice and the art of learning something new, and that application could be put onto another process, no matter what it is. Learning another language, I don't know, core memorization, remembering people's names, stuff like that. So, what I would like you to do this week is take that major chord of A major, functionally move the C sharp down to a C and play the same shape you played for the E major, but up horizontally as an A major. Use it with our teeter-totter. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... When we do this, we're keeping this left hand strumming and we're moving our fingers so they play on the 1, and then immediately after the 1, switch the fingers so we're moving from using our pinky finger and then not using the pinky finger, we're using the pointer. So pointer, middle, third. When we switch, we use second, third, and fourth. Yeah, try it with our other chord, the D major. D major is going to be a D, F sharp, and A. Our first finger is going to be on the G string at the 2nd fret. Our second finger is going to be all the way on the high E string, all the way up on the top, leaving that B string open, and then we're going to wrap our third finger around to play that B string at the 3rd fret, giving us a D major. Don't really need the E and the A. If we build from the D, it gives us a nice D major. Yeah? Work on doing that this week, and taking off our first finger, putting second there, moving third to the second, and bringing the pinky on, and playing the same exact chord with the teeter-totters. The reason why we work through all these things is I would like to say that you don't need to know that we've got C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Started with my third finger playing the C note at the 3rd fret. Then I played the open string, the D. Second finger, because it feels good because of the Spidey exercises, at the 2nd fret. Third finger is going to play the F at the 3rd fret. Going to play the A open. The G is going to be played, I'm so sorry, I said that wrong. C at the 3rd, D is open, E is at the 3rd fret. 2nd fret. 3rd fret is going to be the F with the 3rd finger. G is going to be open. A is going to be at the 2nd fret. B is going to be open, and then C is going to be at the 1st fret. And the reason why I'm saying all these letters, think slow, think in order. C, D, E, F, open G, A, open B, C. You're also going to want to be able to do these backwards, but let's focus on forward first. Then I move my 3rd finger to my 2nd finger, omit the 1st and the open string by playing C at the 3rd, D at the 5th, E at the 2nd again, F at the 3rd again, but now it's a different fingering, as you can notice. Pinky goes all the way out to the 5th for the G. A is still again at that same fret, but now we have a different fingering. We're going to skip a whole step to get to that B note, and then a half step for the pinky at the 5th fret from 4 to 5. C at 3, D at 5, E at 2, F at 3, G at 5, A at 2, B at 4, C at 5. Then the last way we're going to do it is by not playing with our 3rd finger, 2nd finger, but yet our 1st finger on the 3rd fret of the A string, giving us a C at the 3rd fret, D at the 5th fret, E at the 7th fret, F at the 3rd fret, G at the 5th fret, A at the 7th fret, and then at the 4th fret our B, like before, but with a different fingering, and then C is our resolution. All together now. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. 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 Those are 3 different ways to play C major. The reason why that's important is when I say C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, I could also move that up. Same pattern. I'll be saying different notes like C sharp, D sharp, E sharp, F sharp, G sharp, A sharp, B sharp, C sharp, D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, C sharp, D, E flat, F, G, A flat, B flat, C, D, E. I can keep going. E, F sharp, G sharp, A, B, C sharp, D sharp, E. The reason being is the pattern stays the same, but the notes change, which is why I said you don't really need to know the name of any of these notes, but it's really cool to know. So, when doing this, if you want to do your scales, start off with the first one and just play 4 notes. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, and then C. If you can bring that C major scale next week, plus your A major, A minor, D major, and dare I say, keep that D note there, put this top finger, which is on the F sharp, to the D note, and then move that down to the 1st fret to get a D minor. And boy, then we have our D major, D minor, A major, A minor, E major, E minor. We are only left with playing the actual C that these scales are based off of. So when we play E, it'll make sense to have E for our 4 sharps. E major, F, F sharp minor, G, G sharp minor, A major, B, B major, C, C sharp minor, D sharp diminish. D sharp diminish is going to look like, what is this? What are we doing? Is E, F, G, A, B. So D sharp diminished looks and sounds like this. And it resolves back to E. I would love to show you all these, and then the whole point of all this stuff is when you know that there are 7 chords in a scale. So like in C, there are 7: C major, D minor, E minor, F major, G major, A minor, B diminished, or B diminished, and then it resolves back to C. What we do is we write chords or progressions, and songs come out of that. So a 2-5-1-4 progression would be D minor is the 2 of C, 5 is the G, 1 is the C, and then a 4 will be F. So a 2-5-1-4 will be D minor, G major, C major, F. Then over the top of those, I would use a minor scale to play over the top of a minor chord. I would use a major scale to play over the top of a major chord. I would use another major scale to play over the top of a major chord, and then on the F, another major scale to play over the top of a chord. The notes that we would choose for those scales and stuff come from the chord's spelling. So in C major, no sharps, no flats. In G major, have to have that F sharp, or else it would sound weird. G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Doesn't sound like do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Nothing wrong with that. Still has a major third, but it's not something I would use unless I actually heard a G7 type of chord in opposition to a G major 7 or a G major. Cool. I understand. Lots of information. However, the takeaway is Rome wasn't built in a day. I know I said that a couple of times today, but it is the truth. These things are supposed to take progress after we keep doing them over and over again. We're going to learn a song here very shortly, and we can have it be as easy or as hard as you like. So bring in an example of a music you really like or dig, or text it to me or email it. I will learn it during the week, or I'll just pick a random tune. I don't want to pick something like 3 blind mice, 3 blind mice, 3 blind mice, 3 blind mice. It just might get boring, but we can do any of those things. In fact, we probably should, because it's very easy to get going and forget to do the rudiments of certain things before we start. We take off and we take flight. Other than that, it's really very nice seeing you this week, and I will see you next week. Aloha.